too. So as you guys are listening to what she's saying, it's about being you all day long. And this group probably, again, we can call it out. You're probably uncomfortable being yourself anyways because you're so used to copying other people. Now's your chance. Now's your opportunity to use your voice, start trusting your voice, believing in your voice, and acting on that voice. That's the other gift too. Do you see how it all comes back? Like it all comes back. So let her finish up with that part of the invite, and then we'll talk about, we're doing invites and following up. So can you guys see, can you see just by how she's talking, like you have to start conversations. And did you see how she eventually turned it into like, are you on a wellness journey? How do you like clean eating? I sucked at it for a while. Like McDonald's was my best friend. Ha 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 ha. You know what I mean? Like it's a real story. And you just start the process. But I will say this too, the more voice messages you can do with people, the more their defense wall will go down, because a lot of times their wall is up so high because they think you're out to sell them anyways. But if they hear you, it goes down a lot faster. It goes down a lot faster because if you can come from your heart, it comes out of your mouth. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Does that make more sense? So when you're sitting there and you're frozen trying to do an invite, why don't you just talk? Talk. They'll go, oh my God, it's so sweet that you actually left me a voice message. I don't even know this feature works.
A lot of people don't know about the feature too. I get that a lot. Like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And value, value, value all day long. Like you start talking to them, like Demetria mentioned, hey, here's another recipe. Oh, did you try this? Oh, what about this? Right? That was 3 things that she offered me. There's no reason why she should feel uncomfortable to throw in an accountability offer.
But I will say this.
Yeah, go ahead.
You have to, just like a workout, you have to be your own gauge. So sometimes they're telling you to push harder and you literally cannot.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're telling you that, okay, we have 10 and you know you can bang out 10 and you need to up your weights. So you are the person who drives this boat, okay? You are the person, you're the CEO. I can't tell you you need to push harder. Now, can I sometimes see when coaches need to push harder? Yes. But at the end of the day, it's your goals. You're the one that has whatever it is that you're in coaching for, you're the one that wants those things. I don't want it more for you than you want it for yourself. I can't. Nope. So what you need to do is just gauge. I ask myself, do I feel that I've earned the right to invite this person? That's what I ask myself. Maybe you frame it in a different tone. But for me, I feel like, have I earned the right to invite this person? What I mean by that is, have I built up enough relationship with them where I feel comfortable? Because if I don't feel that I've given them enough of me, or meaning value enough of my getting to know me, those types of things, then I'm okay with my business growing slower because I want quality over quantity, because quality lasts
all day long.
And so maybe you see coaches signing up, 10, 15 people a month and they're doing this and that. And maybe they are able to do quality and tons of people. Good for them. For me, I know I can, because I'm a very feel person and I feel every single thing that I do, I have to move slower because I have to be able to engage with people and give them everything. Otherwise, it's not authentic to me. So I can't take on 20 people because I can't give them the type of quality that I personally need to give. Not just for them, for me. Right. So you have to figure out what that is for you. So for me, if I feel like, you know what, I haven't really checked in with this person, I haven't checked on them, I don't really know what's going on with them, maybe that's not the time for me to invite them. I'm not just going to bang out an invite just to get it out. Yeah. I'm going to say, okay, let me re-engage with them. If you have started a relationship building and then they kind of fell off because you didn't track them or whatever, that's happened to me a million times. Instead of going in and being like, hey, want to join my group? I will go in and be like, hey, I haven't checked in with you in a while. I don't know what's going on with you. Catch me up. That's one of my key ways to re-engage or engage with somebody who's either a friend or I've started a relationship with is, hey girl, we haven't touched base in a while. I see that you are, because I went on their page, I see that you've been on vacation. I see that you haven't been on Facebook in a while. I see that whatever. Catch me up. What's going on? That's it. What? So it's really more the invite, when you hear Beachbody talk about inviting, yes, you eventually get to the point where you're inviting someone to something, whether that's a coach opportunity, whether that's a challenge group, whatever it is. But part of the invitation process is very layered. It's build, value, relationship, value, build, value. And then, hey, this is what I have to offer. This has really helped me. I'm helping a lot of other people too. It looks like you need this type of solution, or maybe you don't. Or I just thought about you. I have no idea if you want it or not. Would you be interested? Do you want more information? Boom, done. It's not that serious.
It's not. And they're going to probably say no. Get ready. A
lot of people say no, not right now. They just, it's okay. This is why you have to keep the well pumping, because when you do, you have people constantly to invite. Let me tell you something about Stacy real quick. I'm gonna call her out. Stacy reached out to me when she was still pregnant with Kinsey and wanted, she knew she was gonna want something. But so we have always been friends. So it wasn't, we had that was a different level of relationship because I had already had a friendship with her. But she didn't know me as a coach. She didn't know much about other than that we're doing all these programs, and we had other coach friends too. So when she had the baby, it took her, she did tons of my free groups first. She wasn't ready to just pop in a challenge group. It took her time to do that. It's like, okay, now I'm in a free group and now I see there's value. We're doing prizes. We're having fun time. And she built up that trust, like, okay, maybe I'm ready to do something more. Maybe I'm ready to make an investment, a monetary investment in my health. That took several months. And then she decided to do a challenge group. And I knew right away she was going to be a good coach. I knew right away, because after a while, you can tell when people are going to be good. And sometimes you're wrong. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes the people will surprise you. And sometimes people you think are going to rock it, they end up sucking.
Oh, and but that's so sad too.
Because I knew her. I knew she would be a good coach. So I said, come to the coach sneak peek. This is so for you. Like, you would be awesome. She's like, I don't know. She did 3 coach sneak peeks. She doesn't remember this. I do. She did 3 coach sneak peeks before she was ready. And then the third one, she said, why am I waiting? This is ridiculous. I just need to sign up. I said, you do. And then we had a conversation with her and her husband for 2 hours on the phone. This was necessary. And guess what? You might think, oh my gosh, that's so much. It's not. You want to know why? Because it's not about you. It's about them. Yeah. If I'm telling her that this is valuable and this is going to change her life and it's valuable for her life, then I better be willing to make the investment of time to make her comfortable with that and help her to understand how this is valuable. That's what I'm saying about being a quality coach. You can sign somebody and be like, you know what, she's wasting my time. I don't have time for all that. I'm not talking on the phone for 2 hours. That is not who I am. So you have to figure out what type of coach you are. For me, it's the quality. And guess what? Stacy is my top producer. Right now on my team, Stacy is my top producer. So if you want to look at it from a business standpoint, was it worth the time? Absolutely. But if she never signed up as a coach, would it have been worth my time? Absolutely. So you have to detach yourself from the outcome. You have to stop thinking about, what am I going to get from it? That's transactional. You have to invest in people. Trust me, you're going to get something out of it, whether that right now it's the personal thing, whether it's the monetary thing, you're always going to get something from it. But the focus has to be on them. And when it is, you won't be afraid to invite, because you are making it about them, not you. Yep. So you just have to detach from the outcome.
100%.
So then you get to the point to answer the full question. You've added value, and then you just say what you would say. I thought about you. I think this would be really great for you. What do you think? Sound like something you'd be interested in? Great. I'll send you the information.
Yeah.
That's it.
And the rest is on them too. Everything is, it's all on us. It's all on them. It's all up to the individual, right? And so it's just that simple. So really start connecting every day. Honestly, the more you can breathe your own belief as to why you love this, that's what you breathe out. It's like, I really hope that this group has shown you that it is like, it's not overwhelming. I mean, in the last couple of days, not a lot has been thrown at you. Simplicity, right? It's just like, oh, here are the apps. Look at the apps, right? Oh, here's a training video. Like, it's not for you to get worried on, right? It's for you to get inspired on. It's for you to dig more into why you need this even more, right? Coaching made me level up in my own junk, okay? It made me step up to my own plate. It made me go really uncomfortable, but guess what? It set me free, and we all want that, right? I just keep sharing that journey. That's all I do all day long. That's if that's what you sell, that's what you sell. And guess what you're selling? You're not selling, you're sharing that you are going up and down, left and right, that you're just intentional about posting. That's it. Like that's all. You're just intentional. Like, oh, okay, it's 1 o'clock. I know this is a good time. It's lunchtime. A lot of women are having their lunch. This is when I want to do my post.
Mm-hmm.
That's intentional, right? That's all it is. You're just intentional. All it is. So your posts are going to be important. Your conversations have to begin. If you just spent literally all day on just conversations and you did 0 invites, that actually, in my opinion, is probably the most vital behavior. Wouldn't you
Well,
agree?
it's part of inviting. I mean,
Yeah.
and that's what I mean by layered. Invitation doesn't just mean, hey, do you want to come to this group, or hey, do you want to check out this coaching opportunity? Invitation is connecting.
Yeah.
It's connecting, building relationships, finding common ground, finding a reason to stay connected, becoming a professional friend maker. I mean, your job really is to become somebody who adds so much freaking value to people that they can't even wait. They're like, when's she going to post something else? Because I need something. I need her. I mean, there are people that I follow that I'm like, oh my gosh, they didn't post in a day. I'm dying. Where's their post?
It's
Just
so
whether it's
true.
funny.
Yes.
So one thing that Stacy, this is Stacy's call. I don't want to take over, but one thing I want to just make sure is that they know what to do when they get off the call. Because I know for me,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, this sounds great. And then I get off
But
the
now
call, I go dark, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I just want to make sure we touch on
Yes.
what they need to do when they get off.
So let's definitely do that now real quick.
Okay.
So what do you do when you start this? Well, number one, you complete the boot camp. That's what I say, that you just complete the boot camp. I wouldn't start your business activity trackers and posting. I mean, you can if you want, if you feel like you're ready, great. But if you're somebody who gets very overwhelmed very easily, slow down. Like, just say, okay, I know that Stacy's boot camp is going to actually run till February 2nd because you've been watching. So you actually have till February 2nd to finish 8 days of training. Okay, so that should set your mind at ease, but then you have to be smart. Now you got to get on the calendar and you got to schedule the times to get in this training and go finish this stuff. Like, I don't want to say like, now get off and start doing this. No, it's getting me off this call, in my opinion, and going back and going to see what you need to do in the boot camp. Because we'll do a follow-up ending call, just kind of wrap things up and ask a lot of questions, but I think for me personally, because it's overwhelming to start, if you haven't even like done like day 1 of the training, that's where you need to go be, right? That's where you need to go be right now. And you need to go print the things out, get your coaching binder set up, take care of your fitness today, and set that time aside. And also too, if you're married or you have a significant other, they need to know that you have created a side business. They also need to know that you will be scheduling pockets of time for this business and you're not really sure how it's going to look, but you know that you want to designate 3 days a week for your business. Because if they don't, they're going to see you on your phone and they're going to think you're just on your damn phone. You can't do that. You have to tell them what you're doing. So I would say the first thing this week would just be go back and finish what you haven't seen, right? And then we'll just keep moving forward, to be honest with you. I don't want to overwhelm people. You know what I mean?
Yes, I would. And if Stacy, this is not where you want to lead your team, just say,
No, it's okay.
What you're saying. But one thing I would say to do is definitely do what Stacy just said.
Yep.
But I don't want you to have analysis paralysis. I don't want you to think, oh my God, so
Yes.
February 2nd, like she said, now I got to jump in and do everything. So ease into this activities by, for the most part, finishing her training is,
Yep.
yes, but do some action. So what I mean by that is put a post out there. Maybe you're not down with you don't have your themes down and you don't have your times down yet and all that stuff, but
Sorry.
don't wait to post and don't wait to do things for the training to end. So what I would do if it was me and I was a new coach, this is what someone else, a leader, would probably tell me, is just post. And then right now what you have is your warm market. So just start building relationships with people, meaning when people like your posts, like let's say you post a picture of this cute baby on here, Sarah's baby. Sarah's going to post a picture like, oh my gosh, we're going to the park or whatever she's doing on her Saturday. And people are going to like it. People are going to engage. And it's probably going to be her mom and her aunt and her husband and a handful of other people, whoever it is, whoever those people are.
Oh no, she jumped off. She'll jump right back in. But what she's trying to say is this. So number one is you want to work on the training. Number two is this. Don't wait. The one thing that you can do no matter what right now is you all have been posting on Facebook anyways. Start posting 2 times a day. Start getting into that rhythm of 2 times a day, right? And just post. Maybe one of your pictures is a workout picture. Maybe one of your pictures is what you're doing afterwards. So what she's trying to say is just start some task. Like start some task. Like if you look at the business activity tracker, the things that you can definitely do right now from the get-go is work out, take your nutrition, do personal development, and do your social media posts. Yep. If you just did those things Monday through Sunday, that's awesome.
Yep.
That's awesome.
That's all I'm saying.
No, and I agree with you because you know what this is? This means you're open for business with your posts. Like imagine if Starbucks was just closed and they were supposed to be open. You're not going to go to that Starbucks anymore. You got to go find another Starbucks. You want people to come to you. So start practicing being consistent on your posting. So there you go. Every single person starting now, you can make sure you drank your shake, you worked out, you did personal development. You could share value right now about what you've learned in personal development. You could share that as value. You could share, and I never post my Shakeology cup anymore. You could just share, like, I know Demetria says this a lot. She's like, got my salads in a cup. Like right there, I just did a salad in my cup, but that creates curiosity. And whoever liked it, like she said, whoever commented on it, start engaging in conversation. You might want to make that list of all the people who liked something today. And then you go, okay, I'm just going to talk to like 4 people today, or I'm going to talk to 10 people today. And I'm just going to be like, hey, wasn't Grace so cute while I was working out? How's your weekend going? Like just start it.
And that's it. And like Stacey said, I know there's a lot coming at you. You're probably going to have to watch the replay, but just post something. When people like it, you write their names down. I don't care if it's your mom, write her name down.
Yeah.
Write the names down that you're going to start building on this contact list, and then just reach out to people. Not, I have a group coming. Just reach out to people. Thanks so much for liking my post. I just checked out, such and such. How are you? Or even if you don't go to their page, how have you been?
Yeah.
What's going on? What's going on this weekend? How's your new year going so far? I can't believe it's January 19th already. What the hell?
Yeah.
Or whatever. And that's it. You're planting your face in their brain. And then they have you on their mind, and they're going to start connecting more with you. And they're going to start seeing, as you finish this training, they're going to see you posting. They're going to see things that you're adding value for. Mm-hmm. And you don't have to be, I'm Beachbody Coach Brown, and I just started this. And no, you're not going to start morphing into something.
Beachbody Coach Brown. Yeah. Coach Brown here.
I'm still Demetria Brown. I'm still a mom of 2, and I am a wife, and I am somebody who thinks humor is should be covered by insurance. And that's just who I am. I'm not going to be different because I'm a coach. So
Exactly. And something that I want to leave you guys with too is, here's the coolest part. How awesome is it that all you have to do right now is just post? Just post.
Yep.
Post, I'm telling you. And then you're going to start figuring out what your audience likes. when my kids are in a Facebook post, I get more likes than anything. And when my husband shows up, it's kind of like a slam dunk. I'm like, what? You know what I mean? So it's kind of funny. You start to figure out things. And so what you realize is, even if you had a post that was just like you and your husband at the dinner table, and it has nothing to do with Beachbody, who cares? You can go behind the scenes. It's not going to be weird if you reached out to them the very next day and be like, oh my gosh, that dinner last night and that red wine that I ordered, I just have to share with you. I don't know if you're a wine drinker, but blah, 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 blah. How's your weekend been going? Thanks for liking that. That was awesome. It was our date night. It's been a long time.
Yep, that's it. Don't overthink it.
Yeah, not at all. Not one little bit. And the one thing too, before we hang up, is I want you guys to come up with your 4 priorities of what you are in your life. So think of what your 4 priorities are, because it's really going to come into a key play in your business. So, like some of your priorities are going to be, your family, your wellness, right? Maybe, your spirituality. And then maybe, I don't know, what's another one? I can't think of another one on top of my head. But whatever your 4 top priorities are in your life, if what you're doing in a day, regardless if you're in the Beachbody business or not, if you're working the business just in life, if it's not matching up with your top 4 priorities, that's a waste of your time.
Because it's not you, and you're going to struggle to do it.
Yeah. And that's cool. But you see, this whole call has been, hopefully what you're hearing, and I'll reiterate it, is such simplicity. Just talk to people. Stay in line with your 4 priorities of your life. Like, be consistent, post, talk. Like, I even went softer when we said all those things. Like, it's just slow down. Don't hype. But here's what I will say. If you rock the SHIT out of your life in every way, shape, or form, and you just intentionally share that, you have a business.
I want to show them this quote real quick.
Yeah. What is it?
It says, work so freaking hard on yourself that others can't help but take notice.
Yep.
I have this up at my desk because when I get off track, which happens all the time for me, because I try to go faster than I'm ready to go. And then all that does is slow me down, and then I get pissed.
Right.
I have to remember, go back to the basics. I share this with Stacy. I'm back in counseling because I need it. It's not a bad thing. It's something that my brain needs that massage. My brain needs that spa time. So you work so freaking hard on yourself that people are attracted to you. The people I'm attracted to are people that are just like, their light is beaming from them. They didn't just wake up like that. They created that reality through the things they let come in their brain, through the things they let go into their body. But it took them time. And I'm attracted to people who are just, they work hard on themselves. They're positive. They're, and I'm not forcing myself to be them. I'm slowly becoming that way. And that is my business goal, to work so hard on myself that people can't help but notice and want to join me.
Yeah.
Period.
Yep. Just work on you. Work on you and intentionally share it. And here's the beauty of it. Share the ugly too. Because in actuality, that's more relatable than anything else. It really is relatable. Yeah. And that makes you real. That makes you real. It doesn't make you like, you don't come in to be a coach and be perfect. You come into a coach to be flawsome, meaning you love your flaws and you're okay to share them. Like, you're okay eventually. You will be okay to show the rolls on your stomach publicly on Facebook. Do you know how, I think that took me years, but do you know how empowering that is to like not care? Because I'm the one who cared too much, not them. Not them. You know what I mean? So it's really all about you.
And I know we can say a million more things. Stacey and I could probably talk forever.
Probably.
You don't go to the gym already in shape. You don't come into coaching knowing everything, what to do and put together, and you're perfect and you know all the systems, and you have to get there. When you go to the gym, there's people that won't work out in the gym because of how they look, which I think is so horrible because it is completely defeating exactly why the gym is there. You are there to get better, not be better and then go. It's
Yep.
the same thing with coaching. Just come as you are. Come as you are, and you will grow into the person that you want to be if you stay in it. And like Stacy always says, you have to lean in. So if you feel afraid, good, you should. That means you're doing something good.
Yep.
You're doing something that's making you uncomfortable.
Yep.
If you're like, I got this, I don't need it, then you need to find something else, because you need to grow, and growth is uncomfortable.
Yep. And it's not fun either, but you always come out a better person every single time.
Every single time.
And it's draining too. So, with the inviting process, we'll just kind of summarize it really quickly, is start posting, because that gives you conversations.
Yep.
Conversations lead into other things. Like, I'm going to talk to Dimitri about whatever, but I might not even mention the fact for a while that I do Transformation 20. Like, that's just not where we're at right now. You know what I'm saying? But it could be in a week. It could be in 24 hours. It could be in a month. You will know when it feels right and when it feels forced. Just listen to your gut. And following up, when I write down people's names, I try to follow up no less than a week. I keep it at a week no matter what. And then if it goes too far, that's okay. You can still follow. It's not a dud. Still follow up with them. But, try to keep it at a week. And if you don't, that's okay too. Still follow up, because you're always first and foremost people's friends.
Yep.
That's it. So if anybody has any questions or comments, let's open it up for like a few seconds, few minutes. Everyone's been writing in the chat, but if you have anything, look, there's Rachel Hollis. Yeah, she looks like Rachel Hollis. I don't know why. I'm like, looks like Rachel Hollis.
Oh, that's so funny. You're talking about me, Stacy.
I did. I was like, she kind of looks like Rachel Hollis.
So I'm kind of out of breath, but I wanted to share something real quick, just as a tip, because Demetria knows how much I love the live training, because my last wellness journey was with Weight Watchers. And so we had those weekly meetings, but they were hard to get to, because they were, you had to go drive there and get there, so you couldn't do it at home. So I just want to say how much I love that we have this technology and we can do the virtual. And I also know that a lot of our coaches are moms, and my kids are here. They're all sleeping. They're teenagers. Hopefully they don't sleep too long. But one thing that's helped me, because I do hear, I think there's guilt on a lot of moms to work on themselves, or like you mentioned with your husband, make sure they know what you're doing or what you're working on. My husband's a gamer, so he's good whenever I do stuff. But I was going to say that one thing that helps me as a person, not only my personal development, but I like to have a clean house, because when I have a clean house, I feel like I can conquer the world. And so you guys probably couldn't do it because you'd be out of breath teaching us. But this whole time between Demetria's, and I've never done this before, but the whole time Demetria did her meeting, I thought, you know what? Instead of sitting here, I can clean while I'm listening. And you guys, I cleaned a toilet. I'm working on laundry. So you can be super mom and do this too. So I just wanted to say that.
It's
Yay!
so true. It's
Hi,
so
there's
true.
a super baby.
Her name
I
is
love it.
Her name is Grace, baby Grace.
Grace. Oh, I want to see her again. She's so cute.
She is. She's a baby doll. She's a ham. She's a good baby too. I know.
I used to photograph little babies
Oh,
back in the day.
oh,
They were my favorite. Anyway,
Aw.
that's just what I wanted to say, because I think it's hard to find balance and those pockets.
Yes.
Like you mentioned, like yesterday, the kids wanted to kind of do their own thing. So why not get to do your own thing while they're doing their thing?
Yep.
So,
And that's kind of why I brought my laptop, to show you guys. I was in the hallway at work doing it. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm just like, whatever. I mean, I have followed up with people in the bathroom. If I'm not, talk about close relationships. I'm like this. I just want you to know I'm peeing on the toilet, but we can talk about the challenge pack that you want. Like, you can get to that, okay? But some people, you may be like, okay, well, I love that you're saying this. Like, you have, but it's like, I'd much rather talk to the person that I can be like, I'm peeing. So back to what she said, oh, you want the chocolate one? Girl, I got you. You know what I mean? So like she's saying, like Tina's saying, laundry, earbuds in. Like, if you want to build, you will find a way. If you wanted to have kids, you will find the way. If you want that purse, you will find the way. Just don't let the energy stop you. That's it. All right, you guys, thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I'm going to put both calls into our thing. We'll resume on Monday. Enjoy. Thank you, Demetria. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Tiffany. She's at a rally or a march right now in Seattle, so maybe we'll see her on the news later. All right. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.